finally here. It's finally here. The fight I've been waiting for. Alex Poatan Pereira taking on Ciryl Gane for the, unfortunately, interim heavyweight championship. Tom, we're waiting on you. What's going on, buddy? Talk to me.
Well, you know, I think that we just exchanged one eye poker for another eye poker because it should have been John Jones. It should have been John Jones against Pereira. But I guess we get the other eye poker, Ciryl Gane.
I know, man. Please, please don't let it end in that kind of way.
Yeah, we the UFC can't take that, and I can't take that. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting battle of two strikers, both of former kickboxers. I think we're going to get what we want here. My only question is, will Ciryl Gane, will he do the Francis Ngannou and just wrestle? Russell Pereira, this is my shocker. I'm going to say Ciryl Gane is going to become Francis Ngannou and just wrestle him. That's how he beat Ciryl Gane. So I think he's going to use that to wrestle Pereira. I think he's going to beat him. Not a chance in hell. I'm still going for Pereira. Well, that's prediction time. I'm sorry. But yeah, this would be a classic
Someone's
fight.
excited. Someone's as excited as I am.
I want to see these guys fight. I want to see a Ciryl Gane get busted up. And I just want to see it really bad. And I can't wait. Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
And I don't think he's had a fight where he's been like completely, like dominated to the point where you're like, dang, Ciryl Gane is busted open, he's bleeding. I mean, against Francis, he got taken to the ground, he got out wrestled. Against John, I felt like he got submitted in like round one.
It did.
Tom,
really quick.
We didn't get to really see what was gonna, the outcome of that one was gonna be because
he was lighting Tom up though. But he was lighting him up. He did light him up. Now, whether that had to do with him poking him in the eyes or not, I don't know. But he was lighting Tom up in that fight.
Yeah, he was up. He was up on the scorecard for sure.
Yeah,
it's because he's such a big dude, but he's almost like a point fighter. He's light on his feet. He's bouncing back and forth, and he does this thing with his like kicks where he looks somewhere and then bam, he throws it. And it's probably the kickboxer in him, but he's fighting one of the greats, man.
Yeah. Here's the thing. His first fight into 205, he fought Jan Blachowicz, and Jan used his wrestling game, and Jan's not a great wrestler, and he took him down in each of the rounds. That thing went to split decision, and you could make a case that Jan won that fight. He dominated Pereira for the first 8 minutes of the fight. He got up in the second round and stole the round away from him, that second round. So that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see different fighters do different things. And I think Ciryl Gane, I've never seen him wrestle. I'd like to see him attack him wrestle wise. And I think that's his way of maybe winning the fight. Because straight up kickboxing, I think Gane takes, or Gane. I think Pereira takes him. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think Pereira. Well, see, my concern is this is Pereira's first time not having to cut weight. He also is way heavier. So the power is going to be there, but the speed going to be there. And could this be a him versus Ankalaev, where let's say Ciryl Gane applies more pressure, uses the jab, uses more movement, maybe a little bit of cage control, things that the judges, for whatever reason, give points for. I hate it, but I think the only way for Alex to lose is if Gane fights him like Ankalaev did with the pressure, or out of nowhere, Ciryl Gane wrestles him to the ground. And
I'd like to see that. I really do.
Control.
But here's also the other thing too: is Pereira has been knocked out, and can he take a heavyweight punch? Can he take if Gane hits him in the chin, hits him in the right spot? Will he be able to take that heavyweight punch? We know he has We know Pereira gives a heavyweight punch. He has the strongest punch. His punch is stronger recorded than Francis Ngannou's punch.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's not even like close. It was like, I think it was like 30,000 points higher or something like that. But yeah, so he definitely can bring it, but can he take it? That's the question.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't really think about that one. I'm trying to see when has he, because he has been in danger. Like he has, people have connected and kind of stunned him a bit or rocked him a little bit. So with Ciryl Gane being the bigger guy, that's true. He could.
I've never seen Ciryl Gane in any trouble either. Like where he was on shaky legs or anything like that. You know what I mean? When you get hit, sometimes you get on shit. I've never seen him on shaky legs. Now he's been beat. He's been outstruck. I think the Russian, what's his name? The tall Russian who he beat, but he won a split decision against him.
Yep, I know exactly. Volkov.
Volkov. Yeah. So he was able to give it, but he wasn't on shaky legs. He gave him a fight. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Uh, so I
Prediction
think
time.
predictions. All right, here we go. I'll say it might go to a decision. It might go to a decision. Pereira wins by decision on points. I think he'll surprise us with wrestling and some takedowns.
He's been working on it. Yeah. He.
Glover. So I know
Hmm.
there's no way they're not training wrestling all this time, you know. Has he used it? No. Can he use it? Maybe. But path to victory, wrestling. Alex Pereira decision or Ciryl Gane decision. I don't think it ends in KO or TKO.
I like your pick. I like it. It's a good
What do
pick.
you think?
That's
What do you think, Aaron?
that's exactly my pick as well. We're on the same wavelength. I think you could see definitely a decision. I think you could see a split decision on top of it. I think this fight could go either way. This is one of the hardest fights to call, in my opinion, on the whole card. I think the rest of the card, I think they're easier to pick. This fight, I could see it really going either way, but I really like Pereira. I like his power, but I do think it'll go to a split decision because they're both tough guys. So we'll
Now,
see.
mind you, if we get a kickboxing war, that'd be wonderful.
I hope so. I think we will though. I think it won't be a boring decision. I think they're just going to be going at it the whole time. I think
Yeah.
you'll probably see a couple attempts. I think a couple attempts maybe of wrestling, but I'd like to see it, but I don't think we're going to see any wrestling at all. I think there's going to be mostly kickboxing, which is
Oh,
entertaining. Could be
yes.
entertaining.
Now we're in for a good one. We're in for a good one then.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though: if Pereira wins it, does this make him the GOAT?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No
No.
hesitation. No.
Absolutely. No, there's no controversy behind him. There's no controversy behind him. Yeah, maybe he got a shoe in because of Adesanya, but he could have
Definitely.
lost that fight. He could have came in and lost. You know, most guys that come over from different companies, you know, they drown that first fight for the most part, and
Mhm.
he hasn't. His only losses have been against really good people. Adesanya caught him,
Yep.
but that weight loss at 185 pounds, I mean, it was too much. And
He was
then,
beating on Adesanya pretty good at that moment too, and
yep.
he was playing possum
And
and got
then
him.
Adesanya was like, "Stop picking on me."
Now, my take is different. I'm sorry, I can't give him the GOAT. I give him the most decorated, but I can't give him the GOAT, even though he'd be the first to do three belts. Although technically Tom is still the heavyweight champion, this would be a interim title. So I'll say he's the most decorated. I think he's got a lot of work to do. And unfortunately, I think there are probably 3 to 4 heavyweights in the UFC division right now that could beat him.
Ooh,
That's a hot take. That's a hot take. That's a hot
ooh,
take. That's a
three or
hot take.
four that can beat him.
3 or 4, and one hasn't even fought in the UFC yet. He'll be fighting in July.
I know who
Yeah,
you're talking about. The
that'd
Prodigy,
be Gable. Yes, Gable Stevenson
Gable.
would
Yeah,
whoop him with his wrestling. He is by far the best wrestler ever in the UFC. Will be when he fights. I think he
he's like
could
a
probably beat him. Yeah, he's a phenom. He would take him down in no time, and just he wouldn't even have to. He could just lay on top of him the whole time for 5 rounds. He would beat him. But I
what's
think his
scary.
wrestling is way
Yes,
superior.
yes, for
I
sure,
would
for sure.
say I would say John Jones could beat him with his wrestling. But right now there's that whole retirement thing that he's on or in the UFC not being with John Jones right now. So I don't know that he'll ever be back. But if he comes back, I think he could beat him. I think I don't know. I don't know if Tom Aspinall could beat him with his jiu-jitsu because supposedly Tom Aspinall has the best jiu-jitsu in the heavyweight. That's what they say. That's what I've heard. I've heard he's got the best jiu-jitsu in heavyweight. Now,
See,
I'm
that's
not
what I
talking
was.
about ever. I'm not talking about
Yeah,
ever. I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about he's Frank
right.
Mir or anything, but they say he's got some of the best jiu-jitsu in the UFC. And he's not going to stand there and trade with him. He's going to want to take him down. And then my dark horse, you know who I'm thinking. The one
Who's
and only Josh Hogan. I think he is the dark horse. Dark horse, not
oh,
saying that he's going to win
okay.
it, but he is the dark horse in the heavyweight division. I think he could beat him. Just
I'm
with
excited.
wrestling.
I'm
With
excited to
wrestling,
talk about
nothing
him next.
more. Yeah, we'll talk about him in the next segment. But is he if he beats 3 of those 4 fighters, then yes, I will say he's the all-time great. Right now, I cannot say he's the all-time great.
That's fair. That's fair. I think it's yeah. I guess it's more fitting. The most decorated for sure. Because
Yeah,
the thing with John is he's kind of like tarnished goods.
he is.
He's one of the fighters that's been in, God, so many different generations. He was there
Yep.
when the last greats were there. Then he was there in
Yes.
the middle of it, and now he's there
Yes.
with the new guy. And it's
He's
like,
beaten
wow,
Daniel Cormier. Okay, when he was in his prime, Daniel was destroying everybody. He wasn't destroying John Jones. That's the one guy he couldn't destroy. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
And John Jones has beaten all the legends. Now some of them were a little bit at the end of their career, but he beat them all. Do you remember the Machida era? Well, that wasn't
Yeah,
lasted but one
yeah.
fight. One fight that lasted. He was the Machida. That was the Machida era, and John destroyed him. He was still in his prime, and John just destroyed him. You know,
And he did it
John's
all
gone through.
while on crack, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. No, no. Actually, John has actually come out and said, to Daniel Cormier, I beat you while partying. He said he was doing drugs when he was, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't even at his best and he was beating people.
Right, right.
Now don't get me wrong. John is not a good person outside of the octagon in no way or means. Is he a good person? I mean, he has done good things, but his lifestyle and how he leads it, not the best by far. But if you just look at him as a pure talent, he is, in my opinion, he is the best to ever do it.
Yeah, for sure. I wish my boy DJ was a little bit bigger. Demetrius Johnson, he would have got a little bit more respect.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm one of those people that gives him disrespect because he's so little.
Man, but all right, guys, you heard it here first. Alex Pereira, NCAA champ, path to victory, wrestling. Will they do it? Probably not. So let's see that kickboxing
You were going to see a good fight, I think.
for sure, for sure.
Fight of the night potential.
That'd be great. That'd be great. 3-time champ. Here we go.
That's it. Let's go. I'm ready.
Let's do it.